Hi! Welcome everybody to this tutorial. My name is Brenda Paz. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do tables, dispersion graph, and label the taxes of the dispersion graph. Add the error bars horizontal and vertical. Add the best fit lines that passes through all the error bars and the equation. Change the color of the best fit line. Add the maximum and median gradient lines and the equation of it. Title the graph and then paste it in a Word document. For this tutorial, we are using the data we obtained from a lab that we did last week. It was called the Crater Lab. Our dependent variable are the angles, and our independent variables are the radius and the depth of the crater created when we throw the ball in different angles, which are 90, 80, 65, and 45. Each person did different trials, 3 to be more specific, and we obtained an average. From each average, we did a total average, and this is the total average of each angle, and then we obtained the uncertainty of each. It's really important to have the total average and the uncertainty of each one because this is what we're going to use to do the graphs. So firstly, to create a table, it's important to select all the data, and then to do the table, we click on Insert Table. We see how automatically what we selected is added, so we click in OK, and we have our table. The graph is important to mention that we are using another graph, another data table. So we're using the independent variable, so it's the angle and the average of each angle that it's in the dependent variable, the uncertainty. We put here a column for maximum gradient and minimum gradient too. So it's important we are using this table instead of this one because this one we have more information. And to be more clear, we're using this one. And we will have our graph. Okay, and we can see here that we have the different points that we'll resketch, and now we want to add the error bars. That it's the uncertainty we have, but vertically and horizontally. Horizontally, we are gonna have a really small one because, well, it's we did it with a digital instrument, so it's really small uncertainty. Whereas the dependent variable, we did it. Well, it's the average uncertainty, so it's bigger. So we click on the graph, and then we go here to. I'm gonna put the graph over here to work better. Chart design, add chart element, add error bars, and we click on more error bar options as we want to add different error bars to each point. More error bars, we click here on specify value. And then, well, it says here positive error value. So we want to select this part. So we want to select everyone. We click on command and we can select more. And we click then in negative and we want to select the same ones. So we click on command and each one and we click OK. And now we can see we have our error bars for each point. Each value is different. So we have here our error bar. And now with this we can create our best fit line. And we go to add chart element, add trending line, linear forecast line. We want it's the linear line only. And as we had a mistake, we can erase these ones. And we click again and we go to trending and we go to linear. And then we have our best fit line. Well, and now that we have our best fit line, we want to show you how to change the color and to add the formula. So we have here that it's linear, and we place here on display equation and this place r square value to show the connection it has. And here you can it happens that it goes out, so we can go again into the same option. So we go to here and we can change the color here. So we select red, we can select yellow, we can select black, but I recommend you to use whichever any color you want, but you have to use our color that you can see in the graph. Well, we have more titles here because of the different colors, so we will stay with yellow, with the orange one. If you want to change or add a title, it's really easy. You can go to Access Title, and you have here the primary horizontal and the primary vertical, and you click on it and it would appear really easy. And in the other way, you have here the above chart that for the title, what we have already added automatically, but if you have any problems, really easy to add one. And well, now we want the maximum and the minimum gradient. So first we have to move our graph, and if you have a Mac, you have to do with 2 fingers a click on the right side of your path in the graph. So this menu you have here, and you add select data. So would you have here a menu, so you click here on add legend of entry, so you name it, we will name it maximum gradient. Okay, so you add it and you click on OK, and it's already added, but you don't have any values, so you have to create the values of the maximum gradient. First, we have here 90 degrees for the independent variable, so this means that for our maximum gradient we have to have the independent variable plus your uncertainty, and you click on enter. And for as you have here 45, you have to click on here's the other way around. You have your dependent variable minus your uncertainty. And now we're gonna have the results now for the minimum gradient, so it's easier. So we click on minimum on equals, and it's the other way around. It's the from 90 for the independent variable 90 degrees, you click on your dependent variable minus your uncertainty, and then for the 45, that it's the lower, you click on equal your dependent variable plus your uncertainty. We do this because we are looking for the maximum and the minimum gradient. If we don't have the result we are looking for, we will have to look for a number that adjusts for a graph, or in this case these numbers are going to adjust. So we click again, double right with 2 fingers in the right side of the pad, select data, and we go to the maximum gradient. So for the x values, we only want the 90 that we have, comma, and 45. And now for the y, we want the maximum gradient and the maximum gradient. So enter. And we have show data. We want to change to connect data points with a line here, and we click on OK. And the points are already added here, if you can see. And now we're gonna add the one for minimum gradient, okay? So we're gonna click on the path with 2 fingers on the right side, select data, add, and we're gonna minimum gradient. And the x values, again 90 and command and 45. And for the Y, we click on the minimum gradient for 90 and the minimum gradient for 45. Enter, and we have already our uh, uh, values here. We connect data with a line and we click on OK. And we have already our dots. So to connect it, to be able to connect it, we have to click on our table, on our graph, and go to chart design, add element, the trending line. We go to more trending line options, and we're gonna choose first the maximum gradient, okay, and we're gonna put linear, and if automatically the linear line appear here, and you're gonna put on display equation chart and display r square value on the chart. This is really important because this is equation, so we put it over here on the same way there or lines are written. And now you are gonna add the line for the gradient line, but for the minimum value. Again, add lines, add more trending options, and we're gonna choose now minimum gradient. And we have a linear automatically added. We want to add the formula, and here I'm going to show you that you can change again the colors. It's really easy. Try not to use the same colors that you use for another line because you're going to get confused. So I'm going to stay with green, and now you can close it, and you have the like here you have your formula. And if you, as you can see, we have a problem with our title with us moving our chart. We have it disappeared, but you can add it really easy. We have here title, none, but we're gonna choose above chart, and here we're gonna write the title of our graph is depth of the crater versus the angle. It's really important to maintain the same title that you choose for your table. And well, you have it here. And if you have problems with accumulation of data, you can move really easy the text, and you have your table and your graph. Well, now that we have our graph, we're gonna click on it, and then we're gonna click Command C to copy it, and then we have already a Word document. Open it, and then I'm gonna click on Command B, and well, the graph is automatically added with the titles, the formulas, and well, the graph.